Hola amigos, good morning and welcome to the first ever episode of Going Places. I'm Natisha, your host explorer. Today we are in Panjim, the capital city of Goa, and I hope you all are packed and ready because we are going to go someplace amazing. So are you ready? Come on, let's go. The moment we cross the Divza circle, it is clear that we are leaving the city behind because we can see a lot of green and serene ahead of us. One hand you see the Mandavi river almost one with the sea. On the other hand, the mangroves growing strong and steady, keeping the marshy land together. The path that we are currently on seems just like a long road connecting two towns. While it isn't just a road, but an old-time bridge or a causeway named Ponte de Conte de Linharish, or the Count of Linharish Bridge. We commonly know it as the Raibandar Causeway because it connects the capital city of Panjim to the town of Ribandar or Raibandar. So here we are at Ribandar or Raibandar, Dogs of the Kings, as the name suggests. The Rayas or the kings of Sangama dynasty of Vijayanagar. This small town was the port for many traders and rulers coming this direction, one of the closest to the capital city. Due to this, many palaces and monuments were built in and around the town of Ribandar for travelers to rest and to enjoy the beauty of this place. This church, Ingores de Nossa Senhora de Ajuda, also known as the Church of Our Lady of Help, was built by the Portuguese sailors in thanks to Our Lady for helping them save their lives from a terrible storm in the Arabian Sea. To venerate the miracle, the church was constructed at the same place where the ship found a safe mooring. And the structure of the church is of the same length, breadth and height as the ship. So here we are at the Church of Our Lady of Ajuda, and we have Father Lawrence Fernandez, who's going to enlighten us with the historical facts of the church. He happens to be the parish priest too. Hello, Father.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Fine.
So, Father, can you please elaborate and tell us more about the history and the facts of this church?
Sure. My dear friends, this church is very old and it has got a special connection with the faith of this parish. Portuguese sailors were travelling by ship, were caught up in storm, and they were really sailing in troubled water, so to say. At that time, they prayed to Our Lady to help them so that they reach to a safe destination. And this prayer of the Portuguese sailors was heard by Mother Mary, who accompanied them and guided their ship till it reached to the safe destination on the bank of the river Mandavi and at Ribanda. The church, my dear friends, was fortunate enough and lucky enough to house the body of Saint Francis Xavier when it was brought from Malacca to Goa. And every year, the day we celebrate the feast of Ajuda, we carry one ship in memory in procession around the church, just to signify the importance of ship, which is related to the faith of this parish.
Thank you so much, Father, for enlightening us with the historical connection of the faith to the church. It was such a wonderful experience to get to know so much about the historical facts from Father Lawrence. Now, let's head on to the next leg of our journey. This is the jetty of Ribandar, from where we can take a ferry ride to Tsotna, also known as the Sharau Island. So what are you waiting for? Let's go! see Goa in its real and raw form, a ferry ride will be the perfect way to start. May it be the sunset, the moment of the tiny fish in water, the lush green plateaus, forest, the mangrove population, or the Portuguese houses. You will get all the experience in a ferry boat. We have just stepped on the Sharau Island. Now Sharau is a part of Tiswadi Taluka. The word Tiswadi or Tiswadi means 30 settlements. It refers to the settlements in which the Gaud Saraswat Brahmins settled when they migrated to Goa. Now, it happens to be that Sharau is one of the major settlements. Did you know that the word Sharau comes from the island's local name, Sodnem, which is derived from a Sanskrit word Chidanami, a royal headgear with the strings of beads. We are here at the world famous Salim Ali Bird Sanctuary. Haven't you heard about it? Oh, but all the migratory birds from all over the world have, and they come over here willingly to spend their holidays in Goa just like you and me. But while you are getting tanned in the sun on the beach, they like to spend their time over here in the peace and quiet atmosphere of the mangrove forests of Goa. Is named after Salim Muzaddin Abdul Ali, an Indian ornithologist naturist. He was popularly known as the Birdman of India. The sanctuary area is 440 acres and is covered by the mangroves that grow in the saltwater rivers. Today we have Sanjay Bhide, who is going to share his knowledge with us about the sanctuary and tell us the role of the mangroves. Hi Sanjay, how are you doing?
Hi Nitisha, I'm good. How are you?
I'm really good. Sanjay, if you can tell us more about the sanctuary and share your knowledge about the mangrove.
Sure, Nitisha. So this sanctuary, which is spread over 400 acres of land, provides as a resting place and a hunting ground for lots of migratory species from all around the world. So there are birds coming from Africa, America, all parts of the world, Europe. They come here somewhere in the months of November to February or March. They stay here, it works as a good hunting ground for them, and then they go back. So some of the names I could tell you are lesser egitin, then there are pond herons coming in, so lots and lots of birds. So the question is, how many can you spot around?
Yes.
There are over 100 species which come in from the world. So these mangroves are a very necessary part for the migratory birds as well as lots of species which survive here. The roots of the mangroves, they grow back from the water on the outside. And there are lots of roots which cover the soil or which also prevent the soil from eroding away. Without the mangroves, lots and lots of more soil erosion would have happened, washing away the coastlines. So they act as a necessary part wherein they hold on to the soil. Secondly, they provide a place for lots of species to survive and stay, including crabs, shrimps. Then there are smaller fishes which can't venture out in the ocean because of other predators, which come inside these shallow areas in the mangroves. And in turn, these areas act as hunting ground for the migratory birds to hunt. So the birds can come in, they can stay in these cool areas, they can hunt, stay here for 3-4 months and then head back to their own places.
So Sanjay, thank you so much for being with us and sharing your knowledge.
Thank you so much, Nitisha. You're most welcome.
Yes. So, if you want to keep seeing amazing and beautiful birds, you need to protect our aquatic life, ecosystem in general. And if you want to keep our land safe, you need to protect the mangrove forest because they are our support system. So guys, that's it for today. Keep watching and exploring. Bye-bye. Toodles.